Is speaking with demons during deliverance acceptable before God or not? A profound teaching by the evangelist, Brother Tony. We have all witnessed preachers communicating with the demons during deliverance sessions, whether in person or through the social medias, and many of us are caught in the crossfire of debates, whether this practice is acceptable to God or not. Today, I want to clarify the truth behind this practice, and reveal a wealth of information that will help many of us. I also want to explain what happens to human cells, organs and soul when demons are allowed to speak through a person for a long period of time. This teaching is based on scriptural foundations, divine revelations and divine understanding of the character of God, within both the Old and New Testament. As you delve into this wonderful teaching, please feel free to subscribe, share, like, and comment. Understand, it has now become a custom in the church, where ministers of the gospel have developed the practice of communicating with evil spirits through humans during deliverance sessions, for the purpose of achieving knowledge and information from them. Many deliverance ministers have cemented their argument that the demons are revealing to them vital information about their evil plans, their operations, how they came into the person's life, etc., and is therefore considered an integral process of deliverance among the Christian circles. So, the question is, should we consult with evil spirits during deliverance sessions? Let us go back to the historical records of the Old Testament and the New Testament. In the Old Testament, there is not one record of a priest or a prophet of God who engaged in a conversation with a demon, or sought knowledge from demons through human vessels. The practice of seeking knowledge of the mouths of evil spirits was only done by those who practiced witchcraft, and various forms of divination. Such practices involve mediumship, seance, channeling and other forms of divining. The first set of people who were taught by evil spirits are the wicked people in the book of Genesis. The people in the time of Noah were taught knowledge by the mouth of the evil spirits of fallen angels. This became a trend among the cults, and was adopted as a common practice, becoming the foundation of all divinations among ancient pagan civilizations. In the Old Testament, there are multiple examples of people who sought knowledge and information by the mouth of evil spirits. The most popular is King Saul and the Witch of Endor. Based on the historical documentations of the Tanakh, the Hebrew Old Testament, no servant of God neither in the Old were ever taught by evil spirits, neither consulted with demons to gain knowledge and information. None. Why? Because according to the Bible, an unclean spirit is an abomination, even their names, sigils, information and images are an abomination. In Leviticus 19 verse 31 God says, "You are to consult neither mediums nor familiar spirits. You are never to seek them, you'll just be defiled by them. I am the Lord your God." In the New Testament, however, the argument of justification and defense that many use to justify this practice is to claim the directives came from Jesus. Many people are using Mark 5 verse 9 and Luke 8 verse 30 to justify communication with evil spirits during deliverance, but here's the thing. There is a difference between asking a demon a question and having a full-blown conversation with a demon, seeking knowledge and answers from this demon. In Mark 5 verse 9, it says, Jesus asked him, "What is your name?" He told Jesus, "My name is Legion, 6,000, because there are many of us." If we realize, Jesus did not have a conversation with the demon, nor did he seek knowledge of the demon concerning its operations. While some may argue the principles of a conversation, here is the definition of conversation. The definition of conversation is a spoken exchange of thoughts, ideas, or feelings between two or more people, a discussion or informal talk. An interactive communication process involving verbal and nonverbal cues. A formal or informal dialogue between parties, which can range from casual chats to structured discussions. None of these is present in the deliverance scene recorded in Mark chapter 5 and Luke chapter 8. Jesus only asked one question, "What is your name?" and that's it. Asking one question is different from having a conversation or lengthy dialogue with an unclean spirit in order to retrieve intel. Note, the only reason Jesus asked the demon, "What is your name?" it was to bring across a message to the people who are the witnesses. It was for them to understand the condition of the man and how many spirits can possess a person, and why he, as a mortal man, could break iron chains, defying human strength. This was a one-time thing. It never happened before nor after, based on recorded scriptures, neither with Jesus nor with the disciples. So, while some believe demons reveal crucial secrets about a person's life and the demonic plans and agendas for that person, the Bible instructs us to cast out demons without consulting them, as we are discouraged from engaging with familiar spirits or demons. 1 Chronicles chapter 10 verse 13 says, "So Saul died for his transgression which he committed against the Lord, even against the word of the Lord, which he kept not, and also for asking counsel of one that had a familiar spirit, to inquire of that spirit." So how did the practice of seeking knowledge and information from evil spirits get into the Christian church? On the basis of the scriptural principle recorded in Luke chapter 8, it is justifiable to ask a demon a question, such as, "Who are you?" or "Why are you here?" or "What is your name?" or "Who sent you?" These are simple questions we can ask a demon. But when the approach of asking a demon one question has turned into a lengthy interrogation, seeking and consulting with the evil spirits for knowledge and information, it is no more a deliverance session, but has become what is called a seance, or mediumship. The person who is getting delivered from the demons has now become a medium and channeler. Which means, the deliverance minister is now using the person as a spirit medium, which in a simple term is called subtle divination. In many deliverances, the deliverance ministers would stay an hour or more, asking the demon question until adequate information is retrieved. In many deliverance circles, they call it interrogation. Do you think God will ask you to consult with an evil spirit for knowledge and wisdom instead of His Holy Spirit? Ask yourself that sincere question, based on what you know about God and His law against these things. God made it clear in Deuteronomy 18 verses 10 to 12, "There shall not be found among you a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, for all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord, and because of these abominations the Lord thy God doth drive them out from before thee." So why are ministers consulting with a demon for knowledge of the kingdom of darkness instead of the Holy Spirit? Where is that biblical model of deliverance coming from? Understand, God will lead us into all truth but not from the mouth of unclean spirits. That is why God saves Satanists and witches and warlocks and grandmasters, so that they can reveal the strategies and plans of the demons and all their operations. So, we have absolutely no excuse before God as to why we are consulting with evil spirits, seeking knowledge from them. Many people are curious about the future or want to gain spiritual knowledge about spiritual operations or want wisdom and secret information. It is okay to want these things, but wanting these is not the problem. The problem is the sauce and kingdom of information and knowledge. If you are casting out a familiar spirit from a person, but before you do that you begin to consult with this familiar spirit, seeking information and knowledge from its mouth, how are you different from the person who went to a shrine to seek a medium, to gain information from the familiar spirit? The same spirit the person consulted to get information, a Christian minister is using this same spirit to get information. Is this justified before God? It means both the victim and the deliverance minister are in the same cage, because both are consulting with the same familiar spirit to gain wisdom, spiritual knowledge, and understanding. This practice in the church follows the same principles as the Charlie Challenge and the Ouija board. Both practices involve asking questions to spirits to gain information about individuals, locations, or events. When you consult with evil spirits, you start looking into the wrong place and realm for answers to your questions, and guess what? The demons are more than willing to provide people with some of these answers. Not all, but some. That is why it's a trap that demons use to snare deliverance ministers. Many deliverance ministers will get angry and offended by this teaching, but this is biblical wisdom of life. Please look forward to the upcoming additions to this teaching.